Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Hi. Hi, Jesus. Yes,
Excellent. Perfect. How are you?
very well, thank you.
Nice. Okay, so welcome to Office Hours. As you know, the drill of this is the Ask Me Anything type of session. So if you have any question, you can ask any question you have. The drill of this is you can raise your hand and I will be going in order according to the hands raised. And also, if you have a question while another person is asking, you can just put it in the chat so we get to it when it's your turn, okay? Okay, so uh, does any one of you have any questions at this moment? Okay, okay, so Cynthia, you can start. You're muted.
Hello, everyone. I am still working on my EMC, and my goal is to get this thing done once and for all and get it out there. So I really want to dig into step 5 and get a better understanding on how I would open every experience and make sure that every action in each experience is done correctly and review the text of the emails that would go out and the messages that would go out about the course. And this is all in step 5.
Got it. Okay, so do you have any particular question regarding one of your automations, or perhaps you have on your mind like the structure you want that the automations in your course have?
It's more about the structure and making sure that the automations are sequenced correctly, and that when my potential client or student opens, it all works and it's all synced up. That's what I'm not sure of right now, and I feel like I need to still kind of tweak that, but I'm just thinking I need some extra eyes on it to see kind of where things fall.
Okay, I see. So do you want to share your screen to see your setup of the automations?
Yes, that would be fine.
Perfect. So you should be able to do it now.
Okay.
Okay, I can see your screen.
Okay. What do you see?
I'm seeing the Zoom tab.
Oh, okay. Well, let's minimize that. Oh, let's see here now. I had it open, so oh, here we go.
Yep.
These, okay. Okay, so I am, yeah, really trying to dig into step 5 and get that done. And I am really not sure like what the next step is, to be honest with you.
Okay, I see. So these automations that are already there, those are the ones from the template, or you set up this?
Where it says, yes, the lesson names, I've done this. This is all my doing. Not so much this. I'm not sure what this start unsuspend. I'm not sure what this is. This one here, or this one.
Yeah, I think
So,
those are from the EMC template.
okay.
Okay,
So,
so you created lesson start lesson 2, release email, start completed lesson 1, and start completed lesson 2. You created those three.
yes.
Okay. And regarding the student welcome email, if you use the EMC template that is already set up, did you modify it or you haven't touched that automation yet?
I haven't done it yet.
Okay, so can you click it and click the who should go down this path? Okay, so this is the setup by the template. So the sequence is the student when they enroll. The first step is they will receive that email that says get ready for course name, login details inside.
Mhm.
Then they will receive an SMS. Then they will receive the tag EMC not completed. And then the automation will wait for 2 days. Then another email will be sent and an SMS. Then it will wait 12 hours. Then
Mm.
another email, then another waiting. So that's the setup of the uh, welcome automation in the EMC template. So now the important thing here is decide uh, how you want that your initial automation works. So for example, as you can see, there's a lot of wait in here, a lot of emails, a lot of SMS. So have you thought already on your like structure of I want that when they enroll, they receive an email,
Mhm.
the SMS is optional, but they receive an email. Maybe you receive an email too, like notifying that this student has enrolled, because that email is not automatically set. Well, I mean, it's not already set up in the template. You have to create it by yourself. Like an email that emails to you saying this student has enrolled in your course. It's like to keep the record of people that have been enrolling.
Okay.
Um, so, for example, here the first thing is wait 2 days. That is when the EMC is supposed to end because the EMC template is set up to last 3 days.
Mhm.
So you can definitely edit that. Like you can click on that wait 2 days and maybe extend it, or you can even remove it. It depends on the structure you have. For example, if you want, you can remove all of this wait and just have a welcome email, a notification email for yourself, and maybe a wait of 3 days. And after those 3 days, suspend the access. That's up to you. This is how the template is set up. The point of this template is like keep reminding the student that they have not completed the course.
Right. Okay. So let me ask you this, Jesus. So for the first one, where it says get ready for the course, I want to start obviously here. Do I need to create an email separate so that I can just then cut and paste it into this if I click on it for each one of these steps? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Do I create it and then bring it into the system?
Oh, okay. So if you click that, you already have a template here.
I see.
So in this template, the only thing you need to replace is where it says replace with benefit of mini course. In both letters. It's the only thing right now that you have to edit from the template if you want to use that template. So this is the default template of the EMC course template. You can definitely create your own template and replace all of this if you want.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay, so this will be
so
the first one I work on. I don't change anything in the box here where it says welcome. The course will automatically populate.
correct.
Okay. Okay, so if
That's
I
correct.
go, this is pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so when I go back to the second step on step 5, to go back, do I just click back here?
You can click the X at the top right.
Here.
That
Okay.
one. Yeah.
Okay, so then if I don't have their phone number, obviously I can't do this and I can toggle it off. But what this one right here, is this another email, the EMC not completed?
No, that is a
No.
tag that it will be added to the student.
Okay, okay,
So the point of this tag in the EMC template is to recognize that the student has not completed the course.
okay.
So this is just to have them identified, because when the student completes all the course, in the EMC template, there's an automation that says when students complete the course, they will get the tag EMC completed, and the tag not completed will be removed from them
Okay. Okay.
because
And
they are
so,
no longer not completed. And for example, the EMC template, can you scroll down? Keep scrolling down. Okay, no, a little up, right there. It says stop if any of the following conditions are met. And it says tag added, EMC completed. This
okay.
means that if the student completes the course and get this tag, the automation will stop.
Okay.
What does that mean? That if they are, I don't know, waiting 2 days, the automation is over for them and they will no longer receive the following emails that says, hey, is this still important to you? Hey, you haven't touched your course yet. Hey, all that uh, sequence. Can you scroll up a little bit?
Okay.
A little more? Right here, it's enough. So for example, let's say that where it says warning 3 hours left to keep EMC. After that, it says wait 3 hours and then suspend from courses.
Mm-hmm.
But if they get the tag EMC completed,
Mm-hmm.
and if they are in the wait 3 hours, they won't be suspended because the automation will stop.
Okay. So do I need to put anything in any of these steps here? Do I need to create something to put in here? These are not emails. Only email is the welcome email, but there's nothing for me to do here. It's all automatically turned on.
Okay, so the way you can identify if it's an email, it's with the envelope icon at the left. The envelope
Ah,
icon is an email, the clock
okay.
icon is wait, and the text message pop-up is the send SMS.
Okay. Okay.
So the
So
ones
that,
with the envelope are emails that you are free to enter as well as the welcome email and edit it if you want, change the wording, however, but those are reminders via email.
got it. Okay. All right. I think that's probably enough for me to work on. So I'm not going to take any more of your time, but that's very helpful. Thank,
Excellent. So
thank
you
you.
can edit the emails, and also you can edit for example, if you click on any of the delay times, you click on
Right
wait
here.
2 days. Uh-huh.
Hmm.
If you click it, you can edit the amount if you want to like extend it or maybe reduce the time. And you can do it with all the delay timers in the automation to like control the pace of your course depending on
Okay.
what you want.
Got it. Okay. One last question. What is this down here below the new, where it says add new path? There's more to
Okay,
do.
so can you scroll up? So the points of the path is that an automation can have different paths. So for example, can you scroll up until the name of the automation?
Up more.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this where you want me to go?
Yes. So where it says who should go down this path,
Where do I see
click
that?
it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So right now in the automation, you have only one path. So there's nothing complicated at this moment. But for example, let's say you click add new path.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, it's turned off, so it won't affect. So what's the point of this? Um, if the second path you have it for all students, like it says
Mhm.
at the right side, it
Mhm.
says all student change. If you have it set up for all students, there's not so much use in it because it will start at the same time that the first path. So when an automation gets triggered, all the paths will run at the same time.
Mm.
So what's the point of having a different path? If you click on where it says all students and click change,
Here or here, or does it matter?
the second one, the second one, click change. So if you click right there, you can select a tag. So for example, if you select the MC completed, for example,
There's two of them.
anyone, and click close. Okay, so let's say that this student gets removed from the course and then enrolls again to the course, but with this tag. So if they have this tag when they enrolled, they will unlock this path too, as well as the old students.
Okay, so they can go
So
out and come back in and they get a tag identifying them as having done that.
correct. So the most popular use for the paths is when you have like cohorts and you want different welcome emails for each one of them. So how would you classify them, for example, in the order form? Like putting 3 payment options. First payment option will get this tag. Second payment option will get this tag. Third payment option will get this tag. And in the welcome automation, first path will be for tag 1 and it will be a custom email.
Okay,
So that's
I'm not there
the
yet.
use. Yeah.
I'll
So
come back to this.
yeah, I'm just explaining like the overall of this, but right now, bottom line, you don't have to worry about paths.
Okay, okay, I think I'm
Yeah,
good. Thank you so much.
you're very welcome. You can
Okay,
delete that path, or since it's turned off, it's the same thing.
okay, all right. Ah, got my work cut out. Okay, stop sharing.
Perfect. So I think next one was Sarah, right?
So actually, my question actually kind of leads into the path thing. So I have a 90-day program and I have everything is basically the same up until day 35 or so. And then depending on how they identify themselves as having a certain trait, they need to go down a different path. Yes, it's very complicated. I'm like, and what I'm running into is I have tried so many various things, so I'm not sure if it's how I have things set up or I'm actually running into a bug. Where the what's next box, training box, like what step, it's showing them like when something is locked, it's showing them something that's not applicable to them. And that's kind of a problem because there's a reason why they're on paths. Like they're not supposed to be
Okay.
seeing content that is applicable to someone else. And it seems like the what's next box is not it doesn't correlate to whatever tags are in like people are tagged with. It just goes in a linear function of like what is in there. And the same goes with what's in the like all program content. Like it still shows that like the content is there, it's locked for them, but it still shows that like it's in the program. And I don't want them to be able to see it. Like I don't even want them to know that there's other things really.
Okay.
And so I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it's my own setup or it's an actual bug. And I sent support a message and then they said, tell us what the problem is. And I'm like, I'm not sure I can even explain the problem. So I'm here.
I see. Okay. So, I think I remember seeing that support request. I didn't take it, but I remember seeing the request.
Yeah.
So,
I can screen
uh,
share you and show you what's happening,
yes,
if that's
yes, that would
helpful.
be nice.
Okay. So let's go. Okay. So let's, no, not there. Okay. So this is just, we're on day 37 right now. And so I have everything checked off except for one. And so this is what's saying is your next step will appear right here. And it's going back to the prepare for step 6. Now, if I check that off, everything works the way it should work. Currently for this test course, I just have it. Actually, no, that didn't work how it was supposed to work. Okay, interesting. So that did not work how it was supposed to work. It was giving me like, oh, it's supposed to be locked for a minute. That's why it's not. So I want it locked for like a day, like 24 hours, but for the test sake, I'm doing it for a minute right now. After that minute is up, it will go to whatever is next and it won't show this. But I want them to actually see what's next, not always prepare for step 6 when they're on like step 9. That doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Does that, like, are you following so far? Okay.
So when you say that it gets unlocked after 1 minute, that means that you have a delay of 1 minute in your automation, or what do you mean?
Yeah. So we'll go here. So in day 35, like where they start to go on different paths, I have this where it unlocks what they want. And then here, same thing. But then on day 37, like day 37, they don't have separate paths. It's like the same information. Because like the reason why I have different paths is because they have to download something that is applicable to them. And I want to
Okay.
be able to have them download like what is applicable to them without seeing other people's information and like or content that's not relevant to them. And so when it goes back to being like the same content, it then goes to the seat. Okay, so now it appeared where it's correct. Like if they log back in, it's correct. They can go see what the next one is. But if we go and check off all of these things, I've done this 1,000 times now. So like we're checking that off. So they should be going to day 30. They're on day 38 now. They should be going to day 39. Do you see that now we're back on prepare for step 6?
Yeah.
This is what I'm like. I'm confused on why this is happening and whether it's something that I set up incorrectly or it's a glitch, bug, something that needs to be fixed on your end.
I see. So can you go back to the other tab?
This one?
You say that this should be playing the day 39, right?
Yes.
So how does that get unlocked? Where's the automation that unlocks it?
This would be
Day
here.
39.
Yeah,
So that's
and so
when
this is
user
all
earns
students.
214.
Yeah, because when I tried doing it by module and that didn't work either, because if they didn't check off like everything in the module, even if it wasn't tagged with them correctly, like if it still like wouldn't like even let them move forward. So that I went in and did points for everything. So at least it unlocks it and they can go through it, but it's now getting stuck like where it's just showing them stuff that's not applicable to them. Like it's like the training box is not dynamic. Like it doesn't follow the tags. And like I said, I don't know if that's how it's designed or what. Feels like that's how it's designed.
Got it. Okay, can you go to the other tab again? Do you have any option to like go to all trainings or not?
I do up here. So
And the day 39 is unlocked there or not?
yeah, so like well, it might need to wait that minute. Yeah, okay, so this is actually also bothering me. So here's day 35. You can see that there's 4 trainings for this, depending on what their tag is. But I'm like, why, if they're tagged with one thing, are they seeing these other 3 things here?
That's because even if they are tagged, the content exists. So the point of the tag is to unlock the content, but the locked content will still shows in the all trainings.
Okay, is there a way to work around it so that they don't see, like, because if they're going down a certain path, it feels like they shouldn't be able to see what they're like other people's stuff that's not applicable to their path.
Mhm.
So like, is that a limitation of the program or is it something that I can fix? And if so,
There's
how?
a way to do it. Uh, it involves probably rearranging the content because you can limit the visibility of this, but by limiting the visibility of blocks.
Yeah, I
So you
tried that though too because I have 91 blocks. Like that would get really tedious really quickly.
you mean 91 because you
So
duplicate
like
it every day, or what do you mean?
yeah, so like in the best way to do this for a daily program that they have to log in daily was to make every module a day like this.
Yes.
So like I have 91 of these things. And then on certain days, like here, I have a training that is specific to what it's called their hidden benefit, what their hidden benefit is. So like all of this information is the same, but like how to complete a specific activity is applicable to what their tag is.
I see.
And I'm sure no one's ever
Mm,
used this program the way that I'm trying to use this program.
so, because a way to do it will be to duplicate only the modules or days that you know that are split by path, but
I already tried that
the
version too. It didn't work. It still showed the same prepare for six because like this one is now a test that I duplicated. What you're just suggesting, I already tried. It didn't work.
okay, but why
So
it didn't work?
I have no idea. This is why I'm on this call, is because I feel like I'm pretty good at problem solving and I have been running into roadblock after roadblock. And I'm like, maybe it's like I found a bug or something that needs to be changed. Like it feels like this here either needs just to something like you can make it where it's applicable, like all program content should be applicable to whatever tag the person has. Like a really just click easy, like different thing. Or like if we're going to this one, so day 39 has now unlocked because of the minute has passed, so that's correct. But if we go back, like there's certain days throughout this program that have those like duplicated things going depending on what path they are on. Like we'll go back to day 35 because that's where it starts getting wonky. Is that box is always showing them prepare for step 6 when it's locked instead of what's actually next. Like it's defaulting back to this first one right here, no matter what. And like once it's unlocked, it does show them the correct training that's next. But while it's locked, it's still showing them that.
Mm, I see.
And so it to me it's showing them that because it thinks it's not completed. Because
Mhm.
it's technically not completed because they never saw it in the first place because it's not applicable to them.
I see.
So help.
Okay, so the next available training block is showing the training one instead of the four.
Yeah. So like if we do that again where we mark everything off, we can just go to this one because these are XXP points. Or no, that's not doing. I'm also really waiting for the habit tracker. That would be great, so I don't have to have it set up this way. Because
Yeah.
this is annoying. Well, I should say it's annoying when you're testing it. It's not annoying when you're going through it. So, like, we're going to check that off now. And now I'm actually not. Oh, so now it's going back to what that is. Okay. Because I didn't check that one off. So now again, it's going back to the day 35, even though we're on day 38, 39.
I see.
And I'm just like, how do we actually make it work so that they actually see what their next step is? Because their next step, okay, so now it changed over in that minute. You saw it change over to like, this is what's correct next for them.
Okay.
But I don't want them to see that like prepare for step 6 when they're on like, step 9. It's going to be confusing to them. Confusing to me.
Okay, that's why the note is there, right? If prepare for step 6 randomly show up again, just smile and
Yeah.
nod.
That was my workaround for now.
Okay.
To try and because like I said, I feel like this is if I have something set up incorrectly, please let me know. But I feel like this is a major bug or a design flaw that needs to be fixed. I'm not sure which one.
I see. So those notifications that you receive, the 3
Yeah,
notifications at the
right.
bottom right, those
Yeah.
are the binge mode.
Those are the binge mode? Okay.
You have enabled the binge mode, and
I don't have
also
binge
you.
mode enabled though. That was just because I had a minute time delay set and I was just in the program with the minute. Like if I set it to like the 24 hours like I want it to be set to in non-testing mode, you don't see those.
Okay.
You just log in and you see like this is what your next step is.
I see. Okay.
I'm
So
just
that delay
curious.
is the one you set up, but before that delay you set up is showing the incorrect training.
Repeat that, please.
So you mentioned that in your automations you set up a delay like of 1 minute,
Yeah.
but before that minute is completed, they are seeing the prepare for step 6
Yeah. So
until
like
that minute passed.
if it was 24 hours like it's supposed to be, like in the real world course, for 24 hours they're going to say prepare it's going to say prepare for step 6. And I'm like I don't want that because that's going to be really confusing to someone and I can just see getting emails about it.
Mm, I see. Okay.
I have a question. Would it have anything to do with the length of her program?
It shouldn't.
Okay.
If I had
So,
$1 for every time someone said it shouldn't, I would be um
yeah, here the problem is that eh, it's not, how can I say it? It's normal that sometimes the next available block is showing locked models when it has nothing else to show, but mm,
like do I have I mean let's back up for a second. Do I have the automation like the paths set up correctly? Like this is where it starts to go like where I want on day 35 like when they're starting day 35 um I want them to go down different paths. Like do I have this part set up correctly?
can you
Sarah,
click
can you make
the
your,
first one?
I'm sorry, can you make your screen bigger so we can,
Okay, yeah.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Mm, prepare for step 6.
And then so like this prepare for step 6, like when I have it on a different thing, they have a different training unlocked or supposed to be. So like those are the differences between the different paths.
Yeah. So the automation look correct.
Okay. Well, that's good at
And
least.
the way I know that is correct is because when you go to the student account, you are
Okay.
seeing the other three locked. So that means
Okay.
that the automation is unlocking correctly.
Okay. So it's a matter
So
of the next step training box that you
yeah,
think.
it's a matter of the next available training block.
Okay. So is that something that is a bug then and not or like a design glitch like that you guys need to work out on your end?
Mm, I would say that is something that we will need to work in. I don't think it's a bug.
Is it so it's a design issue then? Is that what I'm understanding correctly?
It probably is. I mean, the fact that it's showing a locked model
Okay.
when there
Yeah.
is nothing else to show because they haven't unlocked the day 40 until the 1 minute pass.
Okay. And so like it seems just like this next step module like it feels like it should be like dynamic to whatever tags they are, but it's not. Like it's just going in a linear order.
Yeah, it goes in a linear order depending on which trainings they have unlocked and haven't completed.
Right, but if it's fine if it's a linear order, but if you have them tagged as like a specific tag, then like why is it showing them something that's not applicable to them?
So the block, the only thing that is doing is pulling the trainings that have not been completed. It
Okay.
doesn't differentiate if they have one tag or another.
So
The trainings
it's
do
a
that.
design oversight on your end then.
Uh, I mean, I wouldn't be able to confirm that. I will need
Okay.
to reach out to the devs team.
Okay.
Uh, but if you put your email in the chat, I can pull the request that you sent.
Okay.
And now that I have the context you gave me here in the meeting, I can add it to that.
Yeah, because I like I said, I haven't responded to it because I was like, I don't really know how to explain this without showing you. Um,
Yeah, I totally get that it's a little hard to explain this.
yeah, I was like, I don't understand it. But then you also said going back to like the all program content, like, is there a way to make it so that they don't see, like, they only actually see what's applicable to them? So if we like scroll all the way down, like, so they're not seeing these three things that look exactly the same. Um, like, is there a way to hide this easily? Because the visibility also doesn't seem to work like the visibility just shows them like the block itself. It's not what is applicable like to them. Like they'll still see all four of these things, these trainings. Like when I try and use the visibility like things in there, like it just changed like it changed the actual block, not the like what was in the block.
Yeah. So here I think that the main issues being that the log models are technically visible still. Because,
But they
for
shouldn't be
example, when
visible if the tags are working correctly.
can you repeat that?
They should not be visible if the tags are working correctly, though. Like this test account is tagged as what is it's called avoiding responsibility. It's tagged as avoiding responsibility. So if they have that tag, they shouldn't even be seeing these other three things because those three things don't have that tag.
Okay.
Those each have their own tag. And like I've set it
Yeah.
up in the automation, like to tag added, like for even different things is like stop if any of the following conditions are met. Like I've put it like don't have like if they have one of these other tags, like they should not be seeing it.
So this particular part,
Yeah.
eh, I can assure you it is a design thing.
What was that?
This particular part that you're mentioning, I can
Yeah.
assure you it right now it's a design thing.
Okay.
So log models will still be visible
Okay.
in the all trainings module. I'm sorry, in the all trainings page, the log things are still visible but
It,
unaccessible,
is
unclickable.
there a way, like, is there a different page that I can select? Like, if we go to, you know, if I go to pages and templates, is there a way that I can create a page, even if it's a custom page, that makes it only see what is applicable to their tag?
And you can only that using the block visibility setting.
But that again just changes the block visibility, not what's in the block itself, though.
Correct.
So there's no way to do that.
For a specific training instead of a block, right now, no.
Okay. Okay. I think that answers my question. That's a limitation of the program and not anything that I did.
Okay, so I'm gonna still review I already found it and
Okay.
I will work on it.
Okay.
So if there's really a limitation in the part of the next available training, or perhaps I'm missing something if it is a bug,
Yeah.
the team will research that.
Yeah, like I just like I said, I put like my solution right now is to put that little note in there. If you see step 6, basically ignore it. Um, because I don't know what else to do. Like like
Yeah,
I at least have it
I
unlocking correctly now. It's just it's like the module when you do the modules also, like if you do it to select by unlock modules, when you have trainings that are not applicable to them, it won't unlock another module because it still sees those trainings in there and they're not marked as complete. So it won't unlock that other one. So that's why I went back and did it by points instead. But that was really frustrating and I've had to re-click on it every time because I'm not that great at math and I reverse numbers. Um, and it just seems like it would be easier to just to actually click on the module and have it be completed by what their tag is.
like the whole model.
Yeah, like the whole module. Like I can share it again. So, like if you go back into, I'm just going to like click on a random one here. So like for most of the days when I don't have it be different, I just have it unlocked by, no, we're gonna do like, so instead of changing by points, it's module completed and like, you know, so this one was 71. So like day 70. Well, if that day 70 has different paths in there, it won't unlock because it says that the module wasn't completed because it wasn't technically because there's 3 other paths in there that weren't completed, but the person never saw the 3 other paths because they're not supposed to.
Correct.
And so like that's why I went back and did the XP points, but like that was just for like this has just been honestly a nightmare
Yeah.
of And I
I
like I
get it.
know I have a really like intensive program with it, but like I feel like these are things that are supposed to work.
Okay. Uh, by any chance, did you try to, instead of model completed, use the training completed and put the last training of the models or not?
I did try that one. That did something else weird and I gave up on that idea.
Okay.
Um, because I also don't want a training like if for some reason they were to skip something by accident, I don't want them to unlock a whole nother module
Okay.
if they like skipped a training like so like I want them to complete the module because it's like a step-by-step program. Like in order to move on, they need to actually complete the like essential XP points. And then I have things set up as XXP points that like the habits and stuff that I'm like, if they don't mark them complete, well, they can still move on to the next day. It's not the end of the world. But like there's certain things that daily that they need to do in order to move on. And like that was the purpose of me purchasing this program, honestly, in this platform.
Got it. Okay.
So,
Hmm.
do you want to see anything else or is that clear now?
Yeah, it's totally clear now.
Okay. So thank you for listening and yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot of hours of frustration of me trying to figure out everything. So
Yeah, it's understandable. So I'll make sure to get a reply for you
okay.
as soon as I can.
Hey,
Okay.
Jesus,
Thank you
I
so
got
much. I
my
appreciate it.
daughter. Can I ask something
Perfect.
really quick?
Sure.
I have to leave in like the next minute.
I'm done.
When is your next office hours?
The next office hours are tomorrow at the same hour of 2 days.
Okay, are you gonna, is it the same? You're gonna be there again or someone else?
Those are hosted by Rachel.
Okay, because I had a really important question about my 5-day challenge and about so I've been having a lot of trouble with people getting emails and all the DeMarc stuff. And like I have a whole question, but maybe I'll ask you something fast. Like, is there a way for me? I try to add myself as a student, but once I add my email one time, even if I deleted it, there's no way to just add me again to see how it works. Is there like a test account that we can use to test things out?
So if you want to test your course, you say that you already add a test student or you haven't
I
done
have,
that.
but like sometimes I want to know when that first email happened. So even if I add an email and delete the whole profile and I add the email again, it'll say this email is already registered. So I'm unable to like test it because I only have like 3 emails.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay. So note about that is when you delete a new email from your database, it doesn't get deleted from the XP database.
Yeah.
Only we can do that. I mean, we on support.
So is there a test
So,
account I have to run, but is there like a test account to test things out, especially for automations? Because they're really wonky.
Um,
so,
can I just
uh,
interrupt because I just literally solved this issue? I found a thing in the intercom like database. If you put your email address in plus the sign, like use the plus sign, plus like something identifying that makes a difference. So like I've just been using the date, like May 25th or whatever today's date is, the 27th, at like whatever you're at, like gmail.com or different something, it goes to your original email, but it registers it as a separate email address. So you don't have to keep creating accounts. Because I was running into the same issue you were.
Yeah, but I was wondering, is there like a test thing, Jesus? Do you guys have a way for people to test things or no? In general? Because my
I
other
mean,
program I could be a test student.
yeah, the only way to test your course is to enroll a student with a.
Okay, and as far as the email stuff, I've been having so much trouble with emails going through. Is there anything else I can do? Because you guys are just like check the demarc and it's checking. Is there anything else I can do for that basic stuff? Because I did have a big question, but
So
that people aren't getting the
regarding
emails.
the email delivery in your automations or where?
Yeah, the automations, they're just not going through.
Okay, so let me see. Do you have an example right now that you can show?
And I have to go to my daughter, but
Okay,
yeah,
got it.
you said tomorrow at 4 o'clock.
Yes.
Okay. And who is
So
it?
if you, it's with Rachel, if you can show her like an example, like share
Well, I
your
was
screen
going
and
to, is there a way for her to know that I like waited the whole time to like be helped? Maybe because I needed this for tomorrow, but you guys are gonna be after the time I need. Can I just send you an email maybe? And because I send you guys emails and you tell me to come on the office hours. So it's like,
okay. So if you send us an email with the name of the course, like the automation that is having issues, like an example of a student that didn't receive the email, we can check that for you.
because it says sent. Are you checking anything else besides the word sent? You know what I mean? Like that it's sent. Is there anything else? Like, am I the only one having trouble with people getting emails? Like, is that a common problem with you guys?
No, there's usually always a reason of why that's happening.
Okay, other than checking activity, is there something else that you guys do?
So the most common reason why the email is not being received by the student is either the automation, well, the email in the automation is not correctly sent and maybe set up to send that email to yourself.
That was the first
Or
problem. Yeah, that happened.
okay, okay. So that's the most common reason. Another thing that can be happening is I don't know if your account has like a custom email domain set.
It does.
Okay, so there could be an issue with the host domain in that part. That's the second scenario. And the last one is that your XP is saying that the email was sent, and let's say that the host domain is not the issue, the email of the student is the issue. That could be the third
I think
scenario.
I keep getting DeMarc emails all the time, even though I click them, go to Amazon and all that stuff. So is there anything else I can do if it's probably the host or whatever going through you guys? That seems to be the main issue.
Okay, with us, the troubleshooting that you can do is to like do again the process of like deleting the records in the host domain and restart the process of setting up the custom email domain. Other than that, reach out to the host domain to ask like why the emails are not being delivered.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. So it looks like that was it.
Thank
Cynthia,
you,
are you still there?
Jesus. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, I'm
perfect.
still here.
Okay, perfect. In that case, well, that will be all for today.
All right.
There's another office hours tomorrow. If you have another question, you can join with Rachel. So thank you
Okay.
very much for your time today,
All
and I
right.
hope you have a great rest of your day.
You too. Thank you, Jesus. I'll work on these things right now.
Perfect.
All right. Bye-bye.
Take care. Goodbye.